Oh, boy.
Welcome into the latest edition of Extra Time.
Oh, it's Frank.
Frank Leboeuf is with us, Craig and Stevie as well. A lot of people messaging me throughout the Everton game as to whether or not I saw Don. Don was sat just behind Jurgen Klopp. People very excited about this fact.
He was reading the programme, he wasn't even watching the game.
But the funny was, when he looked at the screen and then he saw himself on, he put the programme down and smiled.
Why do people get excited about somebody who works in TV being on TV?
Because they're out of their natural environment, isn't it? It's quite exciting to see them somewhere else.
At a game?
Oh, yes, exactly.
I bet Don was very excited, as Don usually
I'm sure he loved it.
He goes, oh, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
He's big into Everton.
Donny Don got a lot of camera time during the Liverpool-Everton game, sitting right behind the fourth official. How surprised you he wasn't caught picking his nose? I don't know what Don's hygiene's like. He's
well known for that.
You would be.
He's well known for that.
You'd be in trouble for that, wouldn't you, Stevie? What impact did Klopp... We lost you, Frank, of course, because of technical issues in the Liverpool discussion. So I'll ask you this. What impact did the Klopp announcement have on the players, and was it a mistake to announce it during a title charge?
Well, it worked at first. You know, straight after the announcement, if I correctly remember, I think the team played very well straight after, and they got very good results. And it's just now, and from nowhere, that that they started to have bad results. And as Stevie explained during the show, they had some players coming back from injuries. We thought that it would be perfect timing for Liverpool. They got some result. They got the Carabao Cup final against Chelsea, and they say, okay, they are launched to another title, and they collapsed, and nothing good happened. And it's like a fairy tale turning to a nightmare for Klopp. The end of an era turning bad at the end because nothing works right now. And I don't think it has to do with the fact that he announced before that he was leaving. For me, it's not the point. It's just the player performances, the momentum, and maybe the motivation of the players.
Stevie, what's Xhaka's prediction of Liverpool winning the league when they started on their downward path?
Well, listen, the Xhaka curse is absolutely back to its best.
Yeah, went to the Arsenal game. They lost 2-0 against Villa.
I mean, he can't argue about it. Every time he opens his mouth, it happens.
Something goes wrong.
It goes wrong.
Yeah.
Craig, is Liverpool stronger with Bradley rather than Trent Alexander-Arnold?
Wow.
Hey.
Well, he did so many good things during the year, during the season.
Yeah.
But once he stops doing that, and then we saw a great free kick at Fulham at the weekend. But if those things kind of dry up and the great raking passes and all that, then you're now, it's a bit like, it's not quite the same. But I was talking about Nico Jackson yesterday, saying, right, when he's not scoring goals, which you may have noticed is quite often.
What else does he offer?
Then what else is he bringing to the party for your team? And the answer is, apart from running the channels, not a lot. So then, for Alexander-Arnold, if you're not getting down that side on a regular basis, and say Liverpool are dominant in a particular game on the left-hand side, that's just the way the game's panning out, then he's more of a defensive player.
Frank,
but the question, I mean, are they stronger with him? I mean, I don't know what the answer is to that, but...
Well, they're stronger with him going forward.
Yes.
Because of his ability with the ball.
Exactly.
But they're weaker from a defensive point of view.
Right.
Because he doesn't know what he's doing.
Frank, for that second...
You're saying a young guy is just better defensively than an England international, a guy who's
well, he is.
literally just
He is, though.
wet behind the ears.
That's what it is.
Problem is. But he is.
Frank, for that second goal, for the Calvert-Lewin header, Frank, is he thinking that Van Dijk's going to come and cover? Is that what's in his mind?
I don't know. I don't know what he thinks, because he turned his head to Calvert-Lewin, looks at him, so I guess he feels that he's going to get the ball, but doesn't come close to him. He doesn't come close to him. He doesn't want to go for the fight. And that's very strange, because you see, what went through his mind to not go there and try to disturb Calvert-Lewin? And I don't know. And I think it's just because he simply doesn't know how to defend. So to the question, for sure Bradley was better than TAA defensively. Offensively, I think there is no better players in his position than Trent Alexander-Arnold offensively. But if Liverpool doesn't dominate the game, it becomes kind of useless in that matter because he doesn't know. He hasn't got any reflex. It's not natural for him to defend, and that's a problem.
We watched the after that goal. We watched the next corner that came in. It came from the other side. And Stevie and I were watching him, and he took the same position at the other side. He was basically marking nobody outside the 6-yard box towards the other corner area, and maybe Jurgen Klopp's told him to mark that area in case somebody comes round the back. But I don't know. But what you do as a player, you think, right, I'm at the back of the 6-yard box here. I tell you what I'll do. I'll have a look around, and if there's nobody here, then I'll tuck in a little bit and roll my sleeves up and help out. Or B, I'll just stand out and let everybody else get on with it.
I mean, where he was standing is just... There's not a coach in the world who's going to tell you to do that.
Right.
Because the only ball that you ever give away coming from the other side is behind you. You don't give away what's in front of you. So it goes against every single thing that you're supposed to do, what he did in this game on more than one occasion.
And if you're marking like that, if you've got a player like that, right? If I've got a player, and maybe he's better at marking at set pieces, he didn't show it tonight, but I got somebody who's maybe not the strongest. What? And instead of putting him there or instead of him I might as well put him in the post.
Right.
Have you got a spare one who's a liability? I put him...
The post is where you put them.
They don't put anybody in the post anymore, but I mean, most of them, I don't think.
Put him in the front.
Right.
Put him in the front. Then he can't hurt you that much.
Goodness me.
But that's I mean, the fact that we've just spent some time talking about that and coming up with put him somewhere that it's not really that important because you can't trust him. That's where he is.
Question for Stevie. Is there an added pressure, we talked about this in the show, on these Liverpool players to win and send off Klopp on a high? That seems to have played a negative role on them.
Nah, I don't know. I don't think that at all.
No?
No.
Frank, do you think that at all?
No. Again, it's almost the same question as before. I don't think he put pressure on the players. I think it's just the momentum right now. They lost it, and that's it.
For Frank, how would you deal if you're a centre-back at Manchester... Oh, sorry. All right, I've missed one, sorry. Craig, will Xavi's manoeuvre become common practice for managers to release pressure in a crisis?
No.
They quit 1 week. Calm down, everyone. That's it. A couple of wins, then we're back on board. No. Have we ever... I can't remember if we've heard this happen before.
No.
Certainly not such a big...
That's a bit like Klopp getting a couple of wins, which he hasn't had, obviously, because we've been talking about it.
Yeah.
It's a bit like him going on a bit of a roll and going, I'm invigorated.
It really is daft. It makes no sense at all. To be the manager of a team the size of Barcelona and to say you've had enough at the end of the season, you have to have a real good reason for that.
Yeah.
And to turn around in such a short space of time and go, well, I've changed my mind, makes no sense whatsoever. Absolutely none.
Look, Tuchel could win the Champions League, but he's still going to leave at the end of the season. Well, we'll see how it all plays out next year. For Frank, please, how would you deal with it if you're a centre-back at Manchester United? The current lot don't know what to do, so need a World Cup winner's advice.
Well, I think tonight Casemiro played sometimes, as a centre-back, and I enjoyed it because you can feel that he has something there. He understands and anticipates, and he's very good. Well, I have most centre-backs that you see at the Manchester United. They are international players, so they should know what to do. I think maybe the pair never works. Maybe they pick the wrong players. I don't know. I have no explanation to see how it doesn't work and why it doesn't work. But it's the same with Dizazi and Badiashile. It doesn't work. Where it works for them when they were in Monaco, perfectly, and they were younger. So it's something you have to find. Don't forget that having two pairs of centre-backs, if you don't have a right back or a left back, or a very good and a good midfield and a good goalkeeper, it doesn't work either. It's a sport. It's a team sport. That's what it is. It's a balance that you have to find between the lines and in all positioning. Otherwise, it doesn't work, and you will accuse some players to be the weakest link, where maybe they're not the only reason.
For Craig, which project would you rather take over?
Oh, there's only 2 clubs involved here.
Well, we've got another one. Another one's been thrown in for some
I
reason.
haven't even looked at the question.
Chelsea, Manchester United, or West Ham?
How's West Ham in?
I don't know why West Ham are there. Maybe they just wanted 3, make it tidier.
West Ham are sitting 8th. They're not happy with that.
Right. Well, let's.
Which project would I rather take over?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely, Manchester United. Well, they've got people that have come in that are going to, you would think, weed out the people that have been making bad decisions.
Yeah. Chelsea have brought in the people that make the bad decisions.
The other,
Yeah.
it's even West London. I don't know what's happening there.
Final question to you, Frank. Have you tried the new cookie croissant that is apparently the new rave in Paris?
I don't eat croissant anymore. You know, I take care. I'm 56. You know, I take care of my body. I don't need any pastries. I try
Shut
to
up! When you
avoid
were here,
sugar,
when you
so
were
I know
here, Frank, you used to go to the pastry shop here all the time.
Yeah, well, when in America,
Yeah, but that was 2 years ago, and I try to be nice, you know, but I don't do it anymore. I try to eat properly, but no, I never tried I know the croissant, and the cookie croissant doesn't ring a bell to me. No, it doesn't work. You know, you are either a cookie or a croissant. You know, it doesn't work that way.
Frank, that's overrated.
Well, yeah.
Looking after yourself. I mean, I've been putting all kinds of stuff into my body.
Look at Frank. Look, tan, beautiful. Stevie.
Croissants, men's ties.
We don't listen. We know you don't eat
all kinds.
All at the same
look,
time.
It hasn't done me any.
You have,
It hasn't
no,
caused
maybe
any
you
problems
have,
for me.
Stevie, you only have fantastic genes, and I don't.
Yeah,
that's it. You are
You're
capable
right.
of
That's
eating
it.
everything.
Where do you stand on croissants?
I don't stand on them. I eat them.
You like them? That's okay.
Aye.
Not too
Absolutely.
fancy.
Here,
A nice croissant with some cheese and
Mince.
turkey in it. Nothing wrong with that.
what was the thing you did?
Breakfast.
What reaches me, you didn't like the breakfast choice.
Oh, because Shaq had eggs Benedict.
The eggs
Eggs Benedict. What a waste of time that is.
What a waste of time.
Wasted.
What you want is a good sausage.
Wasted.
Exactly, yeah.
That is
Nice
it.
food. Wasted time.
We'll be back. Are you in tomorrow, Stevie? Doesn't know.
No.
Right, that was a silly question.
No.
Kay will be here tomorrow to reflect on Manchester City against Brighton. Be sure to join her.
Arnie Slot.
Arnie Slot.
Tomorrow. Big.
Or Arnie.
Huge.